right. Hi, everybody. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. It is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you're live here with T of Teaquilts. And today we're going to do a haul. We'll talk about that. I'm going to also show you the status of my t-shirt quilt that I'm making for a customer on not consignment. It's for a customer. So I'll show you my progress on that. I have the top 2 rows sewed together, and I'm only missing like 3 big blocks. So I just need to fill in like 1 or 2 or 3 t-shirts into those sections and then cut regular fabric to fill in my spaces. So I got 3 sections that is not quilted. So 1 block is in every row that I don't have pieced. But I'll show you what I have. But let's first see who's in the chat tonight. We've got Frances Jackson here. Says she don't want to miss anything. She's here early. We had Zoom for Scrap Quilting Club via Zoom. We had that meeting this Sunday because I was late. I just forgot about it the second Sunday. I had just come back from Houston, and so I forgot all about it. Just was chilling. Wasn't doing a thing either, just chilling. So I completely forgot, and so we had it this Sunday instead. So they already know that I've been up to no good part of it. They don't know about the other part. So Darcy also is here saying, give T her thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell so you'll receive notifications. Also, join us over on Facebook at Teaquilts LLC. Make sure that you also answer the 4 questions. Sometimes you may have to go out and go back in. If you don't answer those 4 questions, more than likely you're not going to get into the group if I don't remember your name or know your name. And it's because I'm trying to keep spammers out of our group. Dee Branson is here saying her rent is paid. That means she has hit the thumbs up button. Have you? If not, go out right now, hit the thumbs up button, and come on back in. Bonita Nance is here. Linda Parrish, Zandra Odom, Betsy Layton, C-Rex, Smurf Creations, Anita Baker, Michelle the Quilter, Claudette Hall, Tonisha Prescia. Tony Prescia. I don't remember your name. Welcome to the live chat. I appreciate you typing in. Shelly S5 is here. And I am going to assume that I'm going to have to go back out and go into chat because I don't see all the chats. I'm assuming that there's more than what I just read. Let me go back up here and put all messages on. So that was Tony was the last one I read. So let me go back. And I was correct. There is a lot of people. I did Shelly S5 last. Judy Smith is here. Hey, Judy. Diane McCoy. June Hanson. Linda the Irish Cell Lady. And Brenda Perkins. Minnie Dula. Saying she got a sewing machine haul. Ray Mahone is here. I sent you a package in the mail today. I just didn't feel like driving, so it'll come to your house in a couple of days. Clovis Gardner is here. Sheila Willis. Sharon Lewis is also here, listening while driving home. Be safe. Carl Johnson is here. Vivian Calvi. Trying to make sure I get everybody. I think we're just about there. Yeah, so that's it. I'm at the bottom. So welcome everybody. Let me just show you what I've done on the t-shirt quilt, and I'm actually going to start at the bottom, I guess, because that probably would be easier. That's row number 3. This is row number 4. This is row number 5. So 3, 4, and 5 is not pieced, so you have a better chance of seeing most of it here. In the small space that I have. And so I kind of have it pinned because I have sewn together what I could sew together, and then I have gaps. So I can't remember what all I showed you when I was sewing on Wednesday, but on doing the Zoom live, I know that I did this and this. I didn't have this done on Saturday night. So this whole section was done. Remember, they like the cat, so I ended up taking some of those cat panel blocks. I put a couple of those in here in row number 5 and row number 1. So that's, and then there's a big gap that I'm missing. I'm trying to make it 80 inches wide by 96 inches long. This one I think I did on the live, so you've seen that one. So you got to give me a minute to put it back up because we got to keep everything together. Hi, Jester Creative Space, Suzette Peterkin Denton, Donna Taylor. Welcome, welcome. Trying to make sure I get this so we have a fighting chance of finishing it. And then remember on Saturday too, I did have a few blocks that I had cut larger than I thought I was going to cut, and I didn't have interfacing on those. Well, I did add interfacing on the back of the where it was missing interfacing. So I did all of that as well. Row number 4. This is the first block in the row. It was a lot of music, so I'm glad that I pulled music fabrics. Also, the requirements was music. I didn't have any reality TV. And then it was cats, and then the colors purple, black, and blue. So those were the colors. So that's why I'm using the colors that I have. A lot of the shirts are music shirts from going to concerts. So we're doing that. Music theme. And then I'll probably use music theme for the quilting as well. I gotta sneeze. And then you talk about it, it goes away. Which is a good thing. Since I'm live. All right, so that's row number 4. Row number 3. First block in row number 3. And then the end of row number 3, there's a block that goes in the middle. And this was the first block I did on the live on Saturday. I do remember that. So let's put this one up. Okay, and then that, just trying to keep it so that it doesn't get wrinkled, because t-shirt quilts are really heavy, and so like a crease on that is a big crease, and I don't want to be pressing anything after I've already pressed it once. Hi Elaine Doucette, welcome to the chat. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep this in half. You're not going to be able to see this whole thing, and I can't tell what you sing. Whoops, and then I dropped the corner. Not doing a very good job. But I got quite a few t-shirts in here. It ended up, this is turned, I think I've mentioned this to you all before, but this is turned into a custom set. That I'm not being paid for custom, for real. So this is the other side. So that's rows 1 and 2 put together. And so I have 3 more rows to add. And then we'll be ready to, well, we'll be ready. I got 3 blocks to make. So I am working on those. I actually am adding in, I had already pulled everything that she wanted. And so then I went back and pulled in 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe another 4 or 5 shirts. I can't remember which number. Trying to make sure that I get in as many shirts as I can. So that's where we are with that. Okay. I have to check this chat because sometimes it'll lock me out and I don't know if I'm locked out or not. All right. So I'm working, getting that done again, trying to get that done as soon as I can. So that everything on the t-shirt quilt, hoping to have it done like the first week of December, because I'm trying to make sure that it's not in the middle of Christmas rush or doing anything like that. So trying to get that done and get it out. One thing is that I told you all, did I tell you all? When did I do this? Sunday. So no, you all have absolutely no clue other than the title. So I was chilling in bed trying to take Sunday off. And then I hadn't been on Facebook Marketplace in a long time. And I started scrolling through and I see Quilter's sale, not an estate sale because she's selling her own stash. There's the Quilter stash sale. And so I went ahead and thought, you know, this was going on because it's like 9 o'clock. I'm just checking social media because I really don't get up. Y'all know that I'm up all night and I sleep till like 11, but I sometimes will wake up, check social media just to make sure that nothing's going on with any of my groups. And start scrolling the marketplace. Don't even know why I went over there other than I hadn't been there in a while. And so I see that there was a Quilter's stash sale. And so I'm like, well, they had it yesterday and it was all day. I'm sure that there's nothing there. Okay, absolutely nothing. And she did excellent videos. Excellent video, and then she had photos, and it kind of looked like stuff that I would be more interested in. And so then I went down and looked at location, trying to see where was it located, and it was located in Greenville, Illinois, which is like an hour away from me. But most people in St. Louis, in the biggest city closest to her, probably wouldn't drive an hour to go to a sale, is what I'm thinking in my head. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna get up and go. So I just got up out of bed, got dressed, and decided I'm gonna go see if she has anything. So I get that I have Paige, so I take Paige and we go on this mission. I get there and it's a whole lot of stuff. I could have literally swiped the whole boutique table. She had a whole table, maybe 2, because it was long, that was just boutiques. And I'm like, oh my goodness. But I had to ignore that. So I ignored the boutiques because I'm like, I liked everything and there's nothing that I can do with that. So I say, well, let's go over here and buy pre-cuts. I have ordered pre-cuts from Quilt in a Day. And you all might want to check their site too. And I was trying to make it that I didn't get anything that was over $25. So I was trying to stay in the $20 to $25 range at Quilt in a Day. And I did order some stuff because I need lots of door prizes for various different things that is going on. And so I'm like, I need to get them at my lowest price point that I possibly can. Well, lo and behold, she has a lot of layer cakes that I just ordered a lot of from Quilting Today, but I'm like, you always need door prizes, so you need to just go ahead and do it. So I went ahead and I got a lot of stuff, y'all. So then I come back home. I bought some stuff also for this quilt. So I got some music fabric. So I'm going to show you the music fabric first. And then I came home. I just wanted, because we had the Zoom live. So I was coming in, time for me to do the scrap quilting club via Zoom. And so I had to get into that. And I'm never prepared. I always got to it's like hours before, within the previous 24 hours before I'm supposed to do anything is when I'm really preparing. And a lot of times it's like less than 6 hours before. So I had to come in here because I had to do a whole lot of pre-cutting on a t-shirt quilt because that's what I'm going to be sewing on. So I was telling them that I went. And so and Betsy was in there. I'm throwing you under the bus too, girl. And so I was like, if you want to go back, I'll go back, trying to act like I'm a good friend, When I was on the highway leaving her house on Sunday, I was thinking I should have got some batiks. I should just go back and get batiks. And it's like, you are not turning this car around. So I'm talking to myself in the car as I'm going, like, you're not going to go do that. So then when Bessie was talking about maybe she wanted to go, I'm like, I'll ride with you, because I'm nice, Well, I bought some more stuff, but I got it all together. I don't know what day I bought what on. I'm just going to show you what I got, okay? So let's see who else has come into the chat. Let me go back down here. Make sure we get everybody welcomed in here. I think I said Elaine Doucette. Yeah, because I did test. Oh, and Diana is her name, and she is in here. And if you are local and want somebody that will drive to Greenville, just send me an email and I'll give you her information. I'm not going to put her address out on YouTube because it's wackos out here that do all kinds of crazy stuff. But if you are local or somebody that lives on the Illinois side and you don't mind driving to Greenville, I will most definitely give you her information. Now, I'll link you to her the Facebook thing because it has everything you need there. But make sure that you message her because the sale is over as far as the hours and dates that she put in that ad. But she will make appointments, okay? So don't just go over her house at any time you feel like it and expect her to open up her garage to you, okay? Be nice. Especially if you contact me and I give you the information, and Diana, you let me know. And you will not be doing her like that, okay? So make sure that you make an appointment before you show up. So Leetta Bryant's here, Brenda Foley, Carissa Renninger, Celeste Reese is here. And Celeste, if you want to go, girl, I'll be riding with you. I know Celeste like a good deal, and she don't mind traveling. And Diana saying, I'm so happy you came to my sale, T. I guess you are. I left all my money there. All my money. Kim R's here saying good evening. Kim might be interested because she's Illinois. And Dinah says, I've opened the sale T 8 a.m. to 5, Thursday and Friday, and Saturday 8 to noon. So good to know. So she's added some more days. So that's really cool. All right, so let's start with the first thing that I got because I was searching for cats, music. I asked her if she had any reality TV. She said, what is that? I said, no, never mind. Because most people are not going to have that. I don't even have reality TV stuff. So the shirts will just have to stand on their own for reality television. But she had a lot of music fabric. So she had a couple pieces that I had, and then she had a couple pieces that were colorful, and I didn't want the colorful ones. I already have some that's colorful if I ever want to put it into something. So I just got the neutrals, meaning white background, beige background, black background. That's all I wanted. I didn't want any of the colors because she had like music prints that were like the primary colors. There is no need in me reading any of the salvage information, so don't ask me because it's not going to be there, because this is her stash. This is not like she bought it yesterday, okay? Hi, Claudette Bettis. Celeste says, laughing out loud, I'm trying to behave this month. Yes, yes, indeed. So, yeah. This one is the first music print, and what I liked is this one is more of a medium-sized music print compared to the other ones. And so I got it because of size, and then the background also is white, but then it has black music prints, which you can see, but in the undertone it has gray as well. So I really like that one. These are many music notes, music symbols, I mean, not just notes. And I got it as well because of the size. I really like that. And when I was cutting like the 1.5 inch strips that I was using for fillers, it really came in very handy with that. And then there was 2 pieces of this black here. Again, I consider these the larger notes. Like I said, then medium and small. I'm sure that there are some ginormous notes, but as far as most of the fabric that I use, that's the normal size of the notes. And then she had like maybe 5 yards of this print here that I thought I might just use it on the back. So it's not going to be enough. So I'll just fill in with whatever color fabrics that I have been using. I'll just fill in with this. But this will be on the back. So that's the music fabric that I got. If I'm not mistaken, her fabric was like $6 a yard. And it's all quilt shop quality, y'all. I'm not joking. It's quilt shop quality. Somebody else came in after I had pulled all the neutrals off, and and they were looking for a piece, and I go, I have a second piece of black if you want it. But it seems to be that I make a lot of music t-shirt quilts, and so I'm always gonna buy the music, the neutral music quilts, music quilt fabric, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay. She says it's $4 to $6 a yard, so there is some that's cheaper. I think the batiks were $6, if I'm not mistaken, and then maybe other yardage was $4, so $4 to $6 a yard for her stuff. Okay, so what I came there for was the layer cakes. So I actually started with the layer cakes. I found this fabric. I went for the layer cake, so I actually went over there first. So I don't know which day I got which layer cake. All I've done right now is just put them like all the batiks together and all the regular quilt cottons together. So this one here I thought was interesting. I almost didn't get it, but I don't know if you can tell through the plastic, but these are all black batiks and scrappy, and I don't know how many different ones there are, but it goes black into a little bit of gray. And I thought if I ever do a black background quilt with and need the same background, like the same amount of background, because there are some layer cakes where you use another layer cake and then you match it with something like this, and I thought this would be great for me to have. So this one definitely is mine. So every once in a while some of this would be mine, but most of it is door prizes. This layer cake is Island Batik, and it's 42 pieces with 20 different fabrics. So that's on the back. Coal Mine Batiks is what this one is called. Coal Mine. This next one is Connect the Dots. and it is just a collection of batik fabrics that all have dots on them, so you can see that. I'm not going to show you every fabric, but I just want you to see that even though it's dots, they could be different designs as long as they have dots. Okay, I'll show you a red or orange one if I can, right there. Okay, so that's one, and I need to put them so that I can put them back up. Called Connect the Dots, I said that, by Artisan Batiks. This is also Artisan Batik, totally tropical, 10-inch squares, very pretty. Fabric in here is just gorgeous. See all that beauty? Yeah. All of her layer cakes were $18, and jelly rolls, $18 each. Ben or text, this one is not open, but I can show you the back that has that, showing you the fabrics in there. And it says 42 pieces. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 17 different fabrics in here. It's called Bali Sunflower Days. 42 pieces. This is the same as this, I think. Yep. So I got 2 of these. And then we're going to try to put those back in here. Let's take it out the bag since it's already open. Anthropology Batik. And then, let's see. I don't know if you can see. All like jewel tone colors. And it had stuff in here that I had never seen before, you know. Very nice. Well, jewel tones, purple included. This is Pura Vida by Shayla Wolf. Just in case, you know. We used to have a website, quiltshop.com, that used to have all the shops that was participating in that. And then we would go to that and you could do searches and it will pull up all the people that had it. You could do comparative pricing, how much one shipping company one store charges for shipping over there, so you get the total prices. It was a really good resource, and I'm wondering if something happened to the owner of that because it just disappeared. That was the best resource for me online. I really enjoyed that. I'm not counting these. I'm just showing. All right, I'm going to more batik still. I'm just trying to get some in here. So let's take out the ones that are ready. I got 2 of these as well. And neither one of these are open, but you can see them folded. Island Batik, this is Bellingham Bay. Right here. 42 pieces again, 20 different fabrics. Very pretty. So I got 2 of those, as I said. Put that in. This one is similar to the, no, these 2 are similar. This is a little bit, it's jewel tone, but it's a different one. This is Metal Sunshine, again by Island Batik. Still 42 pieces, 20 different fabrics. Very pretty. This is Island Batik, Blossom and Blooms. Same thing with the counts. And then this one is different, but it looks similar. It's Rainbow Celebration, still Island Batik. Okay. Very similar. Okay. I'll count them all at the end. Maybe. Let you do the, I might have one more batik. Hold on. Some solids. Tone on tone, but read as a solid color. This one is by it's Artisan Batik Prisma Dyes, and it's called Cotton Candy. So this is what the prints look like. But then you have all of the pastel coloring in here. All pastel coloring. Let's see. Hey, Remo JS, welcome, welcome. Bonita says she loves anthology batiks. Diana says, I'm looking forward to seeing what you make. I'm giving it away. Most of it, I'll tell you what I'm going to do something with. Most of it is going to be given away, unfortunately. I needed another layer cake like I need a hole in the head, you know. Okay, this one's a repeat. So I got two of this one. It is, now we're down to regular fabric, regular layer cake, quilt cotton, not batik. Not that that's not a quilt cotton, but you know what I mean. This one's called Royal Night, and these are 10 karat gems by Wilmington Prints. It's so little, I had to go out of my glasses. 42 pieces again with Wilmington. Some places you only get 40, so that's why I'm looking. So here we go. And then I don't know, I don't think you're going to be able to see this. Batiks are a little bit sturdier, so they stand up a little better. But I'm just going to show you some of the fabric in here. And you already know why I got two of them, right? Yeah. I did. So yeah. So it's like sea green, blue, medium blues, like sapphire, royal, and it doesn't quite go into navy, and then there's purples, different shades of purple, medium purples. So those are about the colors on that. Let me put this back in here with the one that's like it. All right. And then we'll just pull out another handful. And, all right. This one is Raindrops. It's sealed, so I'm not going to open it. 42 pieces by Blank Quilting Company. Raindrops. 42 pieces. So I'm not going to open it. And in the back, it doesn't have anything to show you. But I'm assuming if this pack is called Raindrops, that all of them look like this. So to be more of a tone-on-tone-ish quilt. That's what I think. This one here was one that I didn't necessarily like because I'm not making like holiday design things because I don't decorate anymore. And it just reminded me of fall with the colors. But I said, you're not going to have it. So what difference do it make whether you like it or not? I think the colors is beautiful. It's because I'm not making anything in that. But that doesn't mean other people are not. Again, this is 42 pieces. It's by Northcott. It's called Charisma. And very pretty, just beautiful. Even the packaging, the labeling on here is so beautiful. Just gorgeous fabrics. See, I like that fabric right there. I could take a lot of yardage of that. So gorgeous. But yeah, so I did not... It's so pretty. And it's even got a checkerboard print in here. It's got like a gold outline around the black too. Very nice. Or rust maybe. Maybe rust. And look what I found, y'all. When I saw this, because I was at the layer cakes first. I definitely had my eye peeled to see if it was going to be more Tula Pink fabric. There was only one piece of Tula Pink, and I already had it, and so I didn't get that. But this is Tula Pink's Besties. Has 42 pieces by Free Spirit Fabrics. Right in the front. I'm not looking though. Y'all know I had this fabric because I've been using it on my Happy Place quilt. And so a lot of this fabric I already have. I'm looking at it instead of showing y'all. Yeah, but y'all don't seen it before. I've shown this to you all. I've used a lot of this in my Happy Place. So, and the cat, that pink cat fabric is my favorite out of there. There's two. Did I show this one? No, this is a different one. I've got two of this one. Dublin by Deborah Edwards, and it's called Tiles, again by Northcott. Right here. They do on the back put the fabrics on here and tell you, you know, what the numbers are. But it's all this same linen look fabric, the same linen look of this. It's the same as you're going through the various different colors. So another one of those that you can make like a modern type quilt with without having to use solids. But have some texture, because I like solids, but I'm just not one of those people that like no print whatsoever. It can be tone on tone. I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's put those up. I'm trying to put these up because, as you notice, some of these are not wrapped. And the thing I hate about pre-cuts is all the fuzz stuff that's generated. So I've got it all over me. It's all in my container here, and it ain't even been in there but a few hours because it was in the bags. This one is called Garden Delights by In the Beginning Fabrics, and it has 40 squares, and it's called Gray Sky Studio. Garden Delights 3 is what this is called. But it's locked up nice and tight, so I don't know what it looks like, and it'll be a surprise to the person that wins it. So that's one. Another Free Spirit from the Fat Quarter shop. I'm just trying to see if it's on the back. 42 pieces. Again, this is more like cave prints, I think it's gonna be. Let's see if it says it. It doesn't. But whoever it is, it's pretty. And so that's another one. And then Bennertax. This one's been open on one side. This one is on the Contempo side of Bennertax Shibori by Kitty Yoshida. And it's 42 pieces in the pack. Let me see what it looks like. No, they do have different textures, but it like repeats. Oh, it's on the back. I can show you on the back. I'll show you a few up here. Got black in here. What's behind that? What color? Some purple and blue. So it's mostly purple, blues, black, kind of tealish color as well. Just show you one more, and then I'm going to show it to you on the back because let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 3 is 18 different fabrics, but you got 42 pieces. So you've got 3 of a lot of them. Those are all the fabrics in here. All right. This one here, I'm also keeping. I didn't get this the first day, and then she ended up, I don't know if she had 2 of these the first day, and I was just like, I got enough. But then when I saw it the second day, I went back and purchased it. And I think Betsy got the other one because she had 2. This one is Jordan Noir, the complete collection. Each piece measures 10 by 10, 42 pieces. It says includes duplicates, so it doesn't say how many different fabrics are in here, but it does include duplicates. So this is the fabric, and then it's all starts in the back with the black tone on tone, and then goes into gray, well, black with white, and then white with black, and then, yeah, white tone on tone too. Really beautiful prints are in here, and I think if they had this in color too, it would be really pretty. I don't know if they do, because y'all know I've been trying not to follow these fabric manufacturers. Again, that was Jordan Noir by Robert Kaufman. I don't think I said that. Gardenia Party is Wish Well Fabric for Daydreamers by Robert Kaufman. Favorites Color Story is what this one is saying. I know nothing about that. This, again, I don't want to buy anything floral or anything very similar to calicos, because I had enough of that. I had enough of calicos. I don't ever want to see it again. That's one of the reasons why I don't really get along too well with Tilda. I think the stuff people make out of it is pretty. I just don't want to own any of it. And then I got so much floral fabric. Y'all remember I was cutting kits out of floral trying to get rid of some of my own. So I'm just not into floral right now. But if I was making a floral quilt, this would be really perfect for that. So different florals on a navy background, a royal blue background. I'm just showing you some white, and probably got some medium blue, light blue. Just really pretty. So I got it for somebody else. Somebody that loves floral. And then this one is the last of the layer cakes, and I got 2 of them. And this is Fusions, Vibrations, Favorite Color Story. Again, Robert Kaufman. She had 2 of these, so I bought 2. Let me see. This is all the same print. So it's same print as this red, which is probably hard to see. I think this print is just hard to see because it kind of looks like a wood grain in a way. But it's in various different colors, purple, blues, greens, different shades. Let's see what else, grays. And does it have a black? It has like a, it's more gray than black, but black is in there more. Pink. We said blue. We got yellow or gold, more gold, tan, brown, orange. We saw the red. All right, so again, 42 pieces on the Robert Kaufman collections. And I haven't been reading any of this stuff y'all saying in here. Paula asks, T, where are the layer cakes from? From Diana, a lady in Greenville that was selling her stash. She's downsizing. Greenville, Illinois. Again, anybody that's wanting to go to Greenville, Illinois, all you got to do is just message me on Facebook and I'll give you the link so that you can just go get it. Go to the Facebook link. You do have to have Facebook to find it on the link. If you don't have Facebook, let me know. I'll try to work with you, but let me know. Somebody posted on the outside of the video that they're watching from Australia. You got to come in. I just saw it drop down. So let me see what you all are saying. Those were, I never heard of Blank Quilting Quilt Company. Yes, they've been out for a while. That was from Benita. Paula says, love those layer cakes. Where you get them from? Jacqueline says, are those layer cakes for sale? No, not the ones that I have. They're actually door prizes. Oh, Minnie says she's got the Baby Lock Jazz too. So who else has that machine? Because that's cool. So I'm going to skip, well, I'm going to skip a little. I got one jelly roll because y'all know, well, I purchased one jelly roll. Jelly rolls were again $18. This one also I have the layer cake of Blossom and Blooms by Island Boutique. I'm sorry. 40 pieces are in here. So while they have 42 pieces of fabric, they only have 40 in the jelly rolls. So you already saw that. We'll come back to that because I've actually purchased this one. And then I got this the second day. I know it because it wasn't, I didn't see it or it wasn't out there the first day. And I probably would have bought this had I seen it the first day because y'all know that the brights like this, y'all already know that it's timeless treasures, and y'all already know that it is Chungawang. And this is called Glow, is what she has on here. It's a plume. C8414. I'm not sure what year these came out because I have a lot of the peacock stuff, and I wasn't going to get it at first because I'm like, I don't know if I have it already, but I'm like, I could always use it on the back for the price too. So this is 4.5 yards. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. So this one must have been $6 a yard. So yeah, so I got that one. So I figured for the back, I could always put it on the back of something. These are backings or leftovers of backing. This is just 1 yard of a 108. Just some textured pink. She had some other ones. I was trying to stay kind of neutral with what I was buying for backings, knowing what kind of quilt tops I have and what need to be finished. This is another piece of backing that's 54 inches by 108. So see, 1.5 yards. See, 36 and 18 is 54. So yeah, 1.5 yards. These are things that you can always put something on the sides if you want to add it. And then this last backing, I'll just take it a little bit out of here, is a Studio E is what it's here, needle and thread, 3 yard cut, $18. And I always got something that I can put this on, regardless of whether it has a needle or not. 3 yards, the blue color, I don't care. So I'll use it somewhere. I'm not going to put it on the back. I could have put it on the back of my Happy Place, but I got some other Tula fabric at a real good price. So I'm going to actually put that on the back. So I already have it. All right. So y'all see what's right here that I said I wasn't going to get the first day? Yeah, I got boutiques the second day. And this is not all the boutiques, but I'll talk about that when I get to it. So this is purple for the screens. I'm just giving you colors for the screen. The tea party has started. Love those multicolored polka dots. Yes, Lana. Shelly says, wow, so pretty. T, I saw some friends fabric online at Michael's. Oh, so that's cool. That's C-Rex. Did you just text me or email me? I'm almost done with this quilt now. Paula says, I am impressed with your fabric haul. Very good quality. Yes, that's what I told her. I said the whole boutique table, I could have just swiped that whole thing. I should have just made her a deal and just said, how much can I pay you for this table? Because then I would have really had stuff to either resell or give away. But I did not. This one here, this must be 1.5 yards if it's $9. Like I said, the boutiques were all $6. I think these right here, I'm going to cut into fat quarters. So I am going to be sharing these You'll get 1 fat quarter maybe at retreat or at Scrap Quilting Club in person, but we shall see. Isn't that pretty? I haven't seen this one before. Look like jacks. That was purple. These are all in the purple bluish range for some reason. I was trying not to look too hard, y'all. All right. So these all I'm going to be cutting. They're not mine. Then I decided, I'm getting close to the end, y'all. Uh-oh, I put it over somewhere else. It's right here. Those are empty bags. Then I decided, I've done the blooming 9 patch before. I don't know how many of you all know what that pattern is. If not, Google it on your own and find out. And I thought, oh, this will probably be a good time to buy fabrics to do another blooming 9 patch. So I have these fabrics in order of how I want to use them. Well, I did. They're not in order now, but I think I took a picture. I think this was the center. The purple was the outside. They've gotten a little mixed up, but I'm going to start with the center with this. And I'm not going to worry about what batiks are. Y'all know batiks hardly have anything on them anyway. But I bought 11 batiks to make me a blooming 9 patch. Again, if you don't know what that is, go figure it out. Let me give you a clue. When you're making the blooming 9 patch, you want fabric that kind of reads into each other. Like over here, I've got pinks and blues. I wouldn't want to, I got a little bit of light green you can barely see on the camera, but I wouldn't want to pull a yellow or orange or red. So you want to pull one of the colors that are in here to be the dominant color in the next spot. So I got pink. So then over here, I wanted a little bit of pink, but I wanted to go to a different color. I don't want to go back to pink again. So I picked a blue. And these may or may not be in order. But as you can see, when you're starting a piece, you want to see some of the color in your next piece that from this piece in your next piece. So I don't know if I got them in color in order. So then I went to, you can do a different shade. And then I'm going back to this blue because it's got some green in it, which you may not be able to see. It's got some green. See it more there. And then I'm now going into greens with blue. So now I've reversed. This one has blue with green. Now this is green with blue. And then I'm going into green. And now I've got to change my color again because now I want purple. So I've got a green in this purple. And then from there, I'm pulling this purple. And then from that purple, I'm going dark because now I'm on the outside edge of my quilt. So I couldn't remember if I needed 9 fabrics or 11, so I bought 11. And if I need 13, I'm going to stop at 11. But I've got my fabrics picked out for that. So that's going to be a project, and I'm going to leave this in the bag. And I'm going to put it in the order that I just showed it to you in. I'm not sure if it's exactly correct, but I did take a picture. And when I get ready to make that, I'll already have my fabrics and know what order they're going in. And the nice thing about the blooming 9 patch is that you could cut all your fabrics at once if you want, but technically you don't need to because you're basically working with 2 fabrics at a time. You're making 9 patches with 2 fabrics at a time, and then you're cutting squares. So this is mine. This is not yours. Now, I have to find my blooming 9 patch book. I don't need as much of the center fabrics as I do of the outer fabrics. So I might end up adding some in there anyway because I'm nice. We're not done yet. Don't leave. I got 5 minutes. I'm trying to read the comments. Diana just laughing at my madness. T, thank you so much for book. I am enjoying it. I received it 4 days ago. That's Paula. You're welcome. I got a few people that have not got the documentary book. Maddie Barnum, her book was mailed to the wrong address. I'm waiting for it to be returned. I haven't received it back, so I can remail it. Janet McCarroll book was, the computer gave me somebody else's address. I've contacted them via email. Hopefully they'll respond so that I can forward her book. Then there is Melissa LePage, which I haven't heard from either. I've sent emails out. So it's about 3 or 4 people that don't have their books yet. And it's either an issue or I don't. And the main issue is on 2, I don't have your mailing address. So I need to get those. And then 2 were misdirected. So it's 4. I mailed 3 books today, 2 local, 1 out of town, because I just didn't feel like driving or meeting people. So I mailed it, even though they didn't pay for mailing, for shipping. And I got to drop 2 of them off at my mom's house so she can give 1 to my niece. So those are the last 2 I got to deliver. Zella McKenzie here from West Michigan. Hey, Zella, welcome to the chat. Lana says, yes, I do know what the blooming 9 patch look like. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. It's a simple quilt, and it turns out very beautiful. Paula says, like that blooming 9 patch, have to look pattern up. Yes. Linda Williams is here. Spending some time with childhood girlfriend. Just got in from New York. Good to see T and Quilter's rent is paid. Well, thank you and welcome back. All right, so I'm going to show you this, but I did buy one more thing. There's a new member of the family, okay? But let me show you this. So as I was leaving, I had told her that I was doing a lot of stuff, that I was buying a lot of stuff for door prizes. And so she came up and just asked me if there was anything that I wanted. She had a table that had kits on. And so she gave me 2 of these. This is Quilting Treasures Euphoria Triple Sidestep Quilt Kit. And I feel like I've done something very similar to this, but it wasn't triple sidestep. It might have been something else. But the nice thing was it has 2 jelly rolls inside with the pattern. So that's a nice kit. It would probably be door prizes at Teaquilts Retreat. And then this one is also by Wilmington Prince. Coffee Always Coffee Shop Table Runner. So it's a panel in here. Let me show you the panel on the back. Right there. And I don't know what else you need if it's all included. It's this quilt requires 3/4 yard or 44-inch fabric for backing, not included. So you just need the backing. So apparently this is a panel that is like 40 by 14.5 inches. So it's bigger than a yard. So I don't know if it needs any piecing because I didn't open it. But again, it's going to be a door prize at the Teaquilts Retreat. So thank you, Diana, I'm sorry, I said Donna. Diana, for your contribution. So that's why that was up here, because I have to get that into the retreat box for next year. Yeah, second day trip. Starting to really talk to Diana, and found out she was a subscriber on my on my YouTube page, which I was totally shocked. And so she said, oh, by the way, I do have some sewing machines that I'm going to be getting rid of. And I'm like, well, what kind are they? Well, y'all tell me, what do you all think about the Janome 9850? Because that's the first one she brought up. It's the Janome Memory Craft 9850. I think it's a limited edition. And then let me know about that, because I'm considering that one. And then she said I said, well, I'm not really interested in like a big Janome unless it like embroiders. And she goes, yes, it embroiders. And I'm like, don't even think about it right now, T. So I said, I'm looking for something that I can use for to use at my retreats, because some of my machines are so heavy and I don't want to carry them, and I'm trying to phase them out. Like that FOF, Creative Vision, that thing is not going out the house. It weighs just as much or more as my Bernina 770, and I'm only bringing heavy machines for myself. I was wore out with all those machines, and so I'm trying to find lighter machines, and then I'll go buy like one of those little plastic cases and just start putting the machines in. I have already gone, so the low-level Janome she has, I'm going to show you right now. I don't have the book in here because I was reading it last night at bedtime, but she had the Janome Sewist 509. And I go, does it work? Because this is exactly what I'm looking for. It has a little weight to be sturdy when it's on a table, especially folding tables, which is what we kind of use when we're at retreat. So it's got enough weight to carry itself on the table, but it's really nice. So does anyone have in any of the Janome Sewist? This is model 509. Do you have the Janome Memory Craft 9850 limited edition? Because I'm considering getting that one too. I told her not to post that until she talked to me. So I'm trying to decide. I did look it up. I looked at a video or two yesterday, but each of the video was basically doing an unboxing, and nobody was actually sewing on it other than like a test sew. And I want to see some of the machine embroidery on it, because that's the only reason I'm buying the Janome, basically, is because of you all, because I've done machine embroidery on every machine of the major brands. Baby Lock, which is what I use on a daily basis. This is still my Elissimo from, it's the aging machine back here. It's a senior citizen. And I also, I had another Baby Lock, the Elagio. I embroidered on it. It used the floppy disk, so I just retired it because it used the floppy disk. Although I do have floppy disks that I saved for it. I got like a box of 100 I went and bought when they were getting rid of floppy disks, because I wanted to make sure I had floppy disks for that machine. And I even have an external reader that I can plug into my laptop so that I can use it as well. So I've got two Baby Locks that embroider. I have the Bernina 770 that embroiders. It's the one that I hate the most. And then I have the FOF Creative Vision. It's just big. It's huge. It takes up the whole entire desk. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. But it's easier to embroider on than the Bernina. But the Baby Lock is the easiest. And so I've been telling you all that I wanted to try Janome embroidery machine so that I can test it and compare it, because I've already compared 3 different brands. I wanted to compare it, but I haven't purchased a Janome embroidery machine. And I'm really basically looking for sewing machines, but I'm like, that would get rid of the need for the embroidery feature for a Janome. Now, I don't have to worry about buying another machine for machine embroidery, because I don't have to have the biggest, like if I buy this one, I don't have to worry about another one, because I've got 3 or 4 other ones that I could use, especially in size. Most of the things that I'm doing, they're 5x7s. I've been using my 8x8 hoop just for more space, but the Janome 9850 embroidery hoop is like 6.5 by like 7.9 inches. So that would give me the extra space that I need over a 5x7 hoop, because that was the problem I was having when I do these wallets that I do all the time, is that when I was doing these wallets, it say do it in a 5x7. The wallet is like 4 3/4. And so it was the hoop, the hopper foot is so close to the edge. And then if you're trying to pin and hold things down, you have nowhere to pin. So that's why I like going up to the larger size hoop. And on this Baby Lock, I guess I could use my 6x10 hoop as well. I do have a 6x10. I don't know where is that. It could have fallen. It normally some of this stuff hang up here. It could have fallen down there. So I have to look and see, because my 6x10 would work. But I'm thinking these would be really good to do on the Janome because of the largest hoop size being that. So yeah, and I also have, I just happen to have these here, sitting here, these wallets here that I make in the hoop with the zipper inside, snaps, 2 card pockets that you can put lots of stuff in, and then a zipper pocket for your coins. And I also put extra money in there because I don't want everybody to see how much money I have when I first open my wallet. So yeah, this came with the manual, as I stated, and it also came with the foot. It only has the 1 foot. When I say the, not foot, it comes with the power cord. The only foot it has is this edge stitching foot. So I have already gone to sewing parts online, and I've spent like about $70 to get the whole kit of feet that go with this machine. The second spool, that so you can put thread up here, because all thread don't lay this way. I've ordered thread spool caps, and she might have this at her house, but with her in the process of moving and selling stuff, she couldn't find it right then. So I just went ahead and purchased it so that I can test this machine out, get it ready for the next quilt retreat. So nice thing about the Janomes is that we don't have to oil anything if you're using it, for sure. So I'll give it a good once over, use it for a little bit, then pop her into a plastic cheap sewing machine case with all the supplies, and then it'll be ready for somebody to use at retreat. So yeah. Hold on, let's see if I got any questions and concerns before I get off of here. Lana saying she received her Maryland map pattern. Thank you. You're welcome, Lana. Thank you for ordering it. Man, you got some beautiful stuff. That's from Tony. Yes. Like I said, she probably had, I would, you know, like she had, like I said, the florals and the novelties I'm not into because I got enough of my own. It's not because I already have it, but I just kind of glanced through it to see if it was anything reality TV based in there, and it wasn't, that I could see without touching every piece. And she had Christmas. She had a lot of Christmas stuff, and I got a whole lot of Christmas fabric myself. I had given a lot of my older Christmas fabric away to a subscriber years ago. And I might be going through it again to get rid of some stuff because I'm not using it. I'm not doing anything with any of the holiday stuff because I'm not decorating. So why would I make something if I'm not going to use it? So I haven't been doing that. See. By the way, Not Your Mama's Quilt Store has a free pattern for blooming 9-patch pattern. Okay, so that's cool. Thank you, Celeste. I hope I remember that. Because one of these groups is going to be doing this with me at some point. I don't know which one, but I got my fabric. Claudette says, I have the Janome 550E. It is a great embroidery machine, but does have the bells and whistles like the Baby Lock. So yes. I like that. I think even I had the low level Janome that Sheila has been sewing on at retreat, and Sheila has made a believer out of me because I just practice sewed on it, and then when I pulled it back, whenever I get them back from retreat, I clean everything, sew on it a little bit to make sure everything's still working before somebody else gets it. And I said, this machine really is nice. And it was just one that came from like your Walmart type store. It belonged to my niece a long time ago. And so I was really impressed with that machine. And so this one is more on the quilt shop line of machine. But I think it's going to sew really good. I just need to, you know, see what it needs. I'm reading from the front just to see what stuff it needed. So I've got everything ordered so it can come. And if I get duplicates, if she finds it, she'll give it to me. That's fine because, again, when you having people use machines, stuff get lost. misplaced, put into the wrong container, things like that. So I'm really looking forward to trying this machine out, since I haven't sewed on. I haven't, like, other than the one that Sheila used, I've only just test sewed on the Janome. So maybe I'll sew on this for a little bit and see what it does. Claudette Hall, I read her comment. Ray says, good night, everyone. Stay safe still. Enjoy your life. Good night, Ray. He's also letting me know you're after 8. And Betsy says it was fun road tripping with T. Yeah. We both got to vent. We both got to vent. Where did you buy the wallet design? It's from Sweet Pea Embroidery Designs, called the Striped Wallet. I did some modifications for mine, but it's called the Striped Wallet. I was going to buy the 9850, but the dealer didn't have it, so I ended up with the Skyline S9. That's Claudette Hall. Okay, that's cool. She says, I'm sorry, Miss T, the 550E does not have the bells and whistles. And see, I think this one, it's got a needle threader. It kind of looked like Baby Lock up in here because it had the thread cutter. I don't know if it had needle up and down, but I do remember them saying, I thought it had a knee lift. That's what I got to remember. Now I got to go look. I have to see if the 9850 has a knee lift, because machines that I sew on, that I would sew on a daily basis, I need a knee lift. I have gotten used to using a knee lift. So, but I'll be looking into all of that. And like I said, she says, I love Sweet Pea. I'll look for it. Yes. And CJR Creations is saying good night to everybody. So yeah, so this is the new addition to the family. It would be put on to the sewing machine list of, I'm going to put it on my list of machines, but I'm taking off the FOF Creative Vision because it's just too heavy for me to be toting for somebody for a nominal rent fee. So I won't be bringing that machine out. It sews beautifully. I love that FOF Creative Vision. It's my machine that I'm going to use if and when my Lissimo die, because my dealership had already told me, well, not the dealer, well, they are a dealership, that it's hard to get replacement parts for the Baby Lock Elissimos now, and I don't know what other model. So if you have a Baby Lock like Destiny, which came out after that, then I think Solaris came out. So you might want to check with your repair people and see if they're having difficulties getting parts. So that's the only reason I ran out and bought the FOF Creative Vision, because he was telling me that he only found one person that had my part, and it took like 2 weeks to get the part in for them, the person he found it from them to ship it and for him to receive it and then get the work done. So it was all still done within a month. So I was impressed. The FOF Creative Vision needed a part too. It's old. It's not as old as Elissimo, but it's old too. But I was able to get the part that it needed. It took them a while to get that one. That one was in the shop about 6 weeks to a month, 2 months to get that one fixed. So those are going to be my 2 embroidery machines. But I'm interested in the Janome area too. I just prefer not to go back to the Baby Lock Elagio because it has the floppy disk, and I have to always keep up with the external disc reader and all of that. It's just more stuff for me to have to keep up with, and I don't really want to be bothered with that. But it will embroider, and it embroiders beautifully. And so yeah, and the nice thing is it's Baby Lock, so all the hoops except that the Baby Lock Elagio, the largest sewing field is 6x10, whereas over here it's 8x12. So it wouldn't take the 8x12 hoops. But when I was using the Baby Lock, I would be like doing sweatshop sewing, and I put one part over here, second part over here, and I could use the hoops interchangeably long as they fit the machine. So I've got 2 5x7 hoops. I've got 2 4x4 hoops. Yeah, whatever I'm working on, I got 2 of. So when I'm doing multi sewing, I can be hooping one thing while one is running too. So I use it that way as well. So that's one thing I would recommend, you have more than one hoop for your embroidery machine. Bonita says, see my comment about the 9850. Hold on. I didn't see anything from her. I got, oh, this thing is only showing me top things now. So I don't see it. I had it on all messages. Yeah, it's on all messages, so I don't see it. Bonita. Her name is highlighted, so I shouldn't be missing it. She says you can call me. I don't see it in the chat. I don't know if you hit enter or not. Okay. And yeah. So I'm done. Like literally. And can you imagine that by the time Saturday come, I got this huge order coming in from Quilting Today. The nice thing about that one is that because I was trying to stay at a certain price point, knowing that I needed so many layer cakes, I was ordering like 8 of the same layer cake. So it's not as many different items, but it's a lot of stuff. And again, I'm done for retreat, so I don't have to worry about that because I just went ahead and just got it out the way. I just said, I'm just going to order this, be done with it, and then people got a nice gift. That's kind of what I did. So that's going to be it for me. I am going to end here. Wish you all the best. Sorry I didn't get a chance to ask you guys what you all were working on, but an hour just isn't enough time. So I will see you all Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. 2-hour live sew and chat. I don't know what I'm going to be working on. If I finish these blocks, maybe I'll go do something else so that I'm not sewing on this quilt and just do some cutting for the last 3 blocks I need to do. I got 1 block cut here ready to be sewn. All my pieces are inside here. So I got 2 more blocks that I need to cut all the pieces for. I got the t-shirts cut already. So maybe I'll do all of that and then we can finish sewing the 3 final blocks for the t-shirt quilt on Saturday. Give myself a break because I've been sewing on it every day since last Saturday. And Tony says, wish I was near. Right. That's why I said anybody that wants it that's willing to go to Greenville, because I have a lot of Illinois folk watch me as well. So, yeah, just let me know. I'm just not going to put it on YouTube. Like I said, people are nuts in these YouTube streets, okay? So that's going to be it, guys. You all stay blessed. Be safe, everyone, and quilt out. See you Saturday.